Hello, folks. Hey, this is Hugh New. Maybe you didn't, but now you're gonna, because I'm about to talk to you about some things. There's some things bother me. Um, Not really too upset about it, but I am in a way because it hurts the whole uh, art gaming community as a whole. Folks, don't be threatening people. Don't do it. Take a step back. Now, let's hear me out. All right, I'm not here to excite you or get you. I am not the enemy. I am not. I'm just a gamer, just like you. You know, and I just recently started. I just recently started playing uh, on YouTube and recording things. I just recently started it, and just a I don't know, a little hobby for me, just something to do. But there's also a reason behind there. This isn't I don't want to. I don't want to be just a gaming channel. I'm gonna be something else. But anyway, let's get back to ARK, um, and what I'm trying to say here. Um, take a step back, relax a little bit, and understand. Where things are coming from. You have to understand that some of this is not uh, Studio Wildcard's fault. They made mistakes, and I'm sure they would agree with that too. That they made mistakes in this make it of this game, not make it of the game, but dealing with the community and how they've dealt with putting out this game, putting this game to you. Um, I think they could have done better. Obviously, I was frustrated too. I feel your pain, you Xbox players, PlayStation players. I feel your pain. I understand where you're coming from. You paid for that PS5. You paid for that Xbox and you want to play the games you want to play, and this is one of the games you were looking forward to playing. It was even, Xbox even put it out that it's coming soon, um, to their platform. They had a video. It shows it right there. It was, and you know, Studio Wildcard though come out and said it'll be available this day, and that day has come and gone, and there are people that are very upset about it, and I understand. I get it. Back last year, last year, I was expecting ARC 2 to be out at that time. They said coming 2022, 2023 or whatever, but it's been, delayed forever and still on delay, still on the back burner. Who knows what's going on with it? You know what? I don't even care. I really don't. I really do not care. I'm way past that. And as this game was progressing and as the delays, they kept delaying and delaying and delaying, okay, and then and here, and it's going to be ready then, and May, it's going to be ready in May, June, early summer, okay, late summer, August, it's going to be in August. We guarantee you, August, it'll be ready. And so finally they let it out, and I was surprised. I was shocked. Couldn't believe it. And I didn't think it was going to run on my machine because it just looked too good. The graphics were just, I didn't think it would run. So I bought it with my understanding that if I couldn't get it to run uh, within a day or two, I was just going to refund it. I was just going to get refunded, and I was never going to buy it again. I was going to be done with ARK. I was just going to play Survival Evolved because I already paid for that, already had it, and all the mods. And but I did get the game, and believe it or not, it played pretty good. I got it to play, and it would play on my computer, my current one. My computer's a couple years old. It doesn't look the great. You're looking at it right now. It does not look the greatest. I'll be the first one to admit, but I can play it. I can make it function. Um, I can actually move. It doesn't lag on me. I'm not dropping frames. I actually drop more frames on Survival Evolved than I do on this game. Um, I'm able to play it, and it runs good, and I'm pleased with it. Um, But now here's what I'm not pleased with. Uh, I never said nothing that, I didn't come out and make a video or anything about it, but I wasn't really making videos then at that time. But they said something about Xbox, and it's going to be coming on the 14th of this month that it was going to be released. Um, Folks, I just, with my past with Studio Wildcard, with the way things had been, I just did not see that happening. I was shocked that it came out on Steam, but it came out on Steam as early access with problems, with issues, and they still get your money. Okay, now Xbox and PlayStation are a different thing. They said they were going to release at the same time. Well, I thought maybe that's what all the delay was, and when they didn't release it with Xbox and PlayStation at the same time, I was like, oh, this ain't looking good because there's another game, another very famous game that people play. People that play this game play that game. And I'm sure you know which game. And I'm not going to mention any names on this. We're playing ARK right now, folks. We're talking about ARK. Um, but there's another platform that another game that is on Xbox, but its current game, its current state is in a different a different release date than what the Xbox and PlayStation is on. You can play them then, but it's an older version of that game. They can't get approval for the new one, and they're not sure they're going to be able to. That it'll ever be available further than what the release was on that one. It was like the game that was released in I believe it was like 2015. I believe that's where they're at with that one. Maybe it's 2017. It's right in there somewhere. But there's several updates behind on Xbox and PlayStation, and that game they'll have community broadcasts. They'll stream it, and they'll give you an update of what's going on. And they said on there that they're having trouble getting approval, and weren't sure if they were ever going to get approval. And I believe that's the way that you should go about it. And that's the way that Studio Wildcard should have taken that approach. They should have said that instead of what they said. That hey, it's gonna be available this day. Well, they didn't make their approvals, and I understand why. Because when I got the game, I couldn't get it to run. I had to do all kinds of stuff to my computer, my personal rig to get it to run. And I'm sure that if they have any issues or problems on those other platforms, Xbox and PlayStation, they're not going to approve it. You um, I wouldn't, if I was the one that's going to take the complaints for this game, I wouldn't have approved it. You know, the game that I got opening day that I had to start messing with, I wouldn't have approved it because I wouldn't want to take the heat and the complaint department for that. Man, it'd be running 24 hours a day. Be terrible. But folks, just realize this. Go, you know what? That just forget about ARK on PlayStation and go play something else. And whatever happens, happens. Just wait. If you get it, it's a bonus. I wouldn't expect it though. I really wouldn't. Um, and kind of take it with a grain of salt. Take it like that. Hey, I know it sucks. It does suck. And I was at the exact same place where you are right now. Back in the middle of August, 2 weeks to the end of August, and we haven't heard nothing from Studio Wildcard. We didn't hear nothing, and the community crunches were coming out. Their way of communicating with the community, they weren't saying anything. They weren't releasing anything. We've seen no gameplay. We had no. Uh, um, couldn't even tell you if my rig would be able to run it or not, and I didn't think it would. You know, didn't have nothing. We got nothing. So I would take that, folks, as that's what you're going to get until it releases, and I'd leave it at that. I'd forget about it. I'd go play something else. Um, Yes, it's frustrating. I feel your pain. Like I said, I've been there, done that, and I hope it works out for the Xbox players. And I get it. You don't want to go out and pay. It'd take you $2 grand to get a rig to run this game the way it needs to be run. It would cost you that much. It cost you 2,000. I'm not paying 2,000. I wouldn't expect anybody else to pay $2,000 to play a game. You know, and they've already invested that because they thought this game was coming to it too. They bought a platform for multiple games. It's even showcased on the Xbox thing. They promised this game was coming to Xbox. You know, there are a bunch of other games on there too that are promised that haven't shown up too. But that's neither here nor there. Um, those games didn't come out and say, "Hey, we'll have it ready on this day. You'll be playing it on this day." They didn't come out and say that. ARK did. You know, and they probably shouldn't have said that, but now they know. Just like Q knew. Well, they didn't know, obviously, but I did. I saw it coming. I think everybody saw it coming. There's even some content creators that released some things and gave you guys a heads up that it wasn't going to be ready, that it wasn't coming, and unfortunately, that's how it went down. But they were right. They were right saying it. There was one guy that released actually early before wildcard. He said they wouldn't be able to do it. He seen the writing on the wall just like I did. I seen the writing on the wall. I didn't believe him, and he didn't either. And he gambled and he put out a video before wildcard said anything, and he was right. The whole community went crazy on him. They were upset with him. Well, he was just letting you guys know how he felt and how he saw it and what he thought was going to happen. And guess what? He was right. You know, so that guy should have a little bit more clout now. You should watch his videos and listen to what he has to say. Uh, and that was Lieutenant Lightbeer, and good guy, good videos, good insight, smart fella right there. Uh, Good guy to listen to. But anyway, I just want to get on here and express how I felt and kind of, you know, maybe it'll help, maybe it won't, guys. I'm just trying to calm down the community and just relax a little bit. It's just a video game, and I know it sucks, but this is life, and fellows, we are grown men and grown boys. There are boys that play this, and I understand that too. But you know what? This life lesson. You don't always get what you want. It ain't all about you, young fella. It just really isn't. And that's how life's going to be for you for a long time. It's not all about you. You got to learn to roll with punches, you know. And you're going to get knocked down sometimes, and sometimes you're gonna be the one standing up. You know, be happy when you're the one standing up, and when you're the one that isn't standing up, get back up. You know, and have some respect for your fellow person and your fellow man or your fellow boy. Have some respect for each other, and I'm gonna leave it there. Leave it at that with those thoughts and those processes. But like I said, don't get your hopes up too high. It happens. It happens. It don't. Move on. Uh, some of the problem here is some of the gamers need to listen to their grandfathers or their dads or if you don't have one, and there's a lot of people that don't have their dad. Their dad isn't in their life because of whatever. Maybe a single mom. Maybe you just got a single mom and that's it. Maybe your dad ain't in your life, and there's reasons for that. I guarantee you, there's reasons for that. Um, maybe you don't understand, but the thing of it is here, young fellas and young ladies, you need to have a man in your life that's gonna help guide you and help you. Somebody that isn't doing it for uh, selfish reasons, but is willing to help you and give you advice and help you understand some things about, how the world is, and take their advice. If you, like I said, if you don't have that person, you find that person. That person's out there, and you go find them, and you ask your questions, and you listen to them, and you follow their advice. 'Cause I'll tell you what, you'll be a lot better off. You take advice from somebody that doesn't have an interest, and you're a gain by what they tell you or what they talk to you about. It's not in it for themselves, but will give you some honest advice to help you, not to help them. The advice I give ain't to help me. I'm already where I want to be. Fellas, let me tell you something. You know, I've learned a lot and valued a lot. And I'll tell you what, if I was your age, if I was 30, if I was 25, 20, 18, 19, 17, 15, if I was any of those ages and I got the advice, I could get the advice from myself, from me. Wow, what I could do with some of that knowledge. Um, but that's up to you. You either get the knowledge or don't. Like I said, find somebody and ask that. You know, create a relationship with that older fella. Somebody that's been there. Somebody that knows maybe more than you do. You know, when you're young, you think you know it all. Think you got all the answers. Well, let me tell you something. You don't, and I didn't. But I had somebody there to support me and help me and answer my questions. That was my father, and I was glad to have him. And if you don't have one, like I said, find somebody, find you a mentor, find you somebody that's going to help you. And that's all, I'm gonna leave it with that, folks. Uh, I wish you all the best. And this has been Hugh. Hugh knew, maybe you didn't, but now you do. Have a good one, everybody.